So, welcome. We have called ourselves by the name of Frank because you humans needed a name. We could have chosen any designation that you could accept or use as to recognize us, but we are here, and on Mikkel's behalf, we will talk about, or at his request, we'll talk about the idea of compassion. What does that mean, and how you can understand it and use it as a enlightening tool, not as a hindering one. For there is the simple idea of compassion that it is something that you can feel within another. And obviously, it helps close that gap. It is closely, but there's also a sort of separating feeling about it. It's almost like healing when you are of the most benefit to a person, you see them in health, while the second best must be something close to healing. And the same we could say about compassion, that when you are compassionate about another, you sort of see the best in another, but it's still like you make the separation that you don't really see it. You see it as a potential, you see it from your perspective. But if we could call it more true compassion, if there was a deeper understanding of the word, we could redefine it to actually mean being one with the other person and living in the reality where the other one is truly good, truly powerful, and in harmony with whatever the other person is wanting to see and use and express and explore. Now, there is a flawed concept here because it is not impossible to be completely compassionate, because you can never truly be in one with another from your physical human standpoint, because you are sort of pruned or sort of empathize with other, but see things through your own mechanism of perception, which is your body. And so the more you try to force something through here, the more it will not be very nice. So yes, compassion or seeing the best in other is a wonderful opportunity, but it should not be the main focus, because who you can understand the most is yourself. So if you want the purest connection, it will be more easy from your human perspective through your days to be involved with your own self-image, because that's what you feel most keenly, most often, with the majority of you. And so obviously it makes more sense to be finding your own center. Now from that center you are more connected to everyone else in the world, and you have an easier time to this sort of new feeling about compassion, where you can actually live with them in this improved state, even though they have not yet discovered it for themselves, where it's actually your reality that they are this wonderful divinely being. Okay, so we are suggesting here that your best compassion is for yourself, and that is always possible and reachable for you. Now, just tune into yourself with a compassionate heart, but not with sort of like something is wrong, but with the idea that, oh, I see something here. So, and rather of saying compassion, you could see clear-sightedness. You look with a eye that sees through all the garbage, see through shadow and all the things that you are not really in tune with, and see right to who you are. So we could, instead of saying compassion, we could use clear-sightedness to see yourself, and it comes through insight. It comes through seeing and experiencing and exploring yourself in new ways, and keep on doing that. And you can do that in your days, and you will realize at a certain point in your development that when you're discovering others or the environment, they are also a part of yourself. So through that idea of, from your perspective, they are okay. So you can actually also see another clearly, but you must understand that they at a certain point represent a part of yourself. So not the whole self, and so you don't want to use all your emotion just in one person, though it can be a more representative person that you want to spend a lot of time with, like a mate, that you have a lot in common with, a lot to explore within, but it's also a part of your self, because otherwise they would not be in your life in this magnified way that they are. So as you take that, then you do not really need to be so afraid of discovering others, but you gotta realize that it's your self that you are truly discovering. It is, as I say, that when you truly become enlightened, you are admitted others, because they cannot be outside of that, since they are in a sense part of you. And that is when you see the connection between all things, when things seem to harmonize, and you do it by clearly looking for that clearness, with that clear mind, with that clear eye. Call it third eye. That's why they refer to that, to see yourself, to empathize and feel with yourself in this clear state, not just in this lower state. You don't want to empathize with that as much as you want to empathize with the greater state. And if you do empathize with the lower states, do with it with an energy of discovering, of seeing that even in that, it is a part of the greater state, because all things truly are. And so if you do that with that intention, look at yourself with this clear intention of seeing yourself clearly as you are and finding it in all things, then you, including others, then you're gonna begin to understand yourself better. And you're gonna begin to have in your life. And it's not like you cannot see something different from yourself, but they are all connected to yourself, and they in a sense will be a part of you as long as you are as they're in your life, because that's how they came. You are very, very similar, and that's why, just for simplification, we say they are actually a part of you, and in greater terms, they truly are. You could imagine watching yourself through this sixth eye. If you already have a perception that this means clear sight, you could feel it from your heart, but you want to do it in some way that feels more clear. You could fill yourself up with an energy that seems more clear to you, and then state, and then watch the world say, what would it look like being in the world from this state? Okay, this is just a little exercise that you could use right now to just discover a little more about yourself. It's not about being finished, but it's about discovering and seeing and experiencing, and it's a lot of fun living in this world. So enjoy it with the others that are part of you, that are like you, where you can discover yourself as you discover them. And it is all very, very fun, very, very much to get your head twisted up in, but don't go there. Just enjoy that you can do it, and that we are all connected, that it's all fun, that it's all supportive and helpful to everyone. And so enjoy yourself, enjoy that you're in this life living with other people and watching the world through the clarity of your own eye, or however you want to feel it or experience it. So thank you. And you can put any filter through. It could be clear-minded. You can also see it through what you feel is through the love slide. And many of these things that you want to see the world through really means that there is as little of a filter as humanly possible. Okay, so if you say, I like to see this through the filter of joy or of fun, well, if you want that, if that is an intent within you, it probably means that this is very close to who you really are, and it's close to a sight. We would not say that there could be an unclear sight, because there is meaning on all sort of levels and beings, but there is things that you want to see the world through because it feels good, and there's those that feels less like you want to, less clear, less nice. Okay, so you want to go watch the world through whatever you want to, as much as you can. Now have a blessed day, and see the world as blessed, or as love, through blessedness, or whatever you want. We wish you a blessed, happy day.